sippin', I'm 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 sippin'.
Sippin', I'm 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 sippin'.
But this is Sippin' with Sammie. I am Sippin' with Sammie, Sam Malone, Barstool, Rug. If you ain't Sippin' with Sammie, you ain't sippin' right. Get your fucking life together. And I'm here with Saf.
I'm in the building. You already know. Yo, yo.
There you go, there you go, there you go, there you go. And we got gracious hosts this evening, man. We're in their creative space tonight. Fellas, introduce yourselves.
Well, I'm Rio.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Hobbs. Yeah, Hobbs is my name, you know what I'm saying?
Two halves of
The Bulls, you know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
We're in Studio Hazel.
Work. Studio Hazel.
We're
Dope
alive.
space. Whole lot of live instrumentation around us. They was gracious enough to move it out the way for us. I know that's a job in itself. But
Sorry
like,
about that.
no, you ain't hurt nothing. You ain't hurt nothing. That's a beautiful thing. We appreciate that. But it definitely looks like a creative space, like that I could vibe with. Cause like I said, I record too. And a lot of people think that it's about the grandiose studios and the big boards, and sometimes you can't catch a vibe in those spaces. Right. And it's too many visitors a lot of times. Too many people ducking and saying what's up to the engineering stuff.
We learned that. We actually learned that.
But you have a little background on yourselves and what it is that y'all do produce.
I mean, I don't mind. So, like, my name is Hobbs again. I rap. You know, that's my primary thing. I'm a wordsmith. You know, me and Mario, we reconnected about 2 years ago. Like, granted, we grew up together. We're both from around here, West Philly, Winfield area. You know, it's crazy. Like, I know from way back in middle school, I always remember Mario. He was always walking around with a pair of drumsticks. You know what I'm saying? That was just his thing.
Oh, that was you?
Yeah, that was his. That was
we
his
all knew
thing.
one.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
Like he was the one musician, you know.
Good things usually come from that guy, though.
Yeah, real rap. You know what I'm saying? So granted, like, we both went to separate high schools. So I went to Overbrook, I went to Paul Robeson. Then after high school, I went to college, I went down Hampton, spent my time down there.
Word.
He was in a school,
HBCU.
you know what I'm saying? He was in a school of his own, you know what I'm saying, getting his musician thing off. I mean, I moved back to Philly after school. I was at a bar one day. We just happened to cross paths. He was there.
Gotta love the bars.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Right?
I had some of my best meetings in the bars.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Accident.
Shout out Bourbon and Branch for that moment. You know what I'm saying? So then he let me know that he had the studio going on. I'm like, yeah, where you live at? He said, I literally live around the way. So if y'all know, we're right. My house is literally on the next alleyway. So like we lived that close in proximity. And I didn't even know he was still around here. I don't know if he knew I was around here.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? So he came back, reconnected, started making some music. You know what I'm saying? Song turned into an album, Be Safe. Be Safe turned into a couple shows. You know what I'm saying? I was fortunate to open up for A Boogie, Rick Ross, Fab Kiss, you know what I'm saying? All off some independent, passionate shit, you know what I'm saying? So then from there, we just decided that, we got something special going on. Let's like go full on with it. I quit my job, and we just, here we are today.
That's dope. That's great to hear. That's very inspirational, and like I told you guys off camera, I like how genuine and organic the situation feels. Just like how you said, we see each other in the bar, we're like, we still around the way, and then we put an album together. Like, people don't realize that for a lot of people that's easier said than done. But when you got kindred energies, and when you could, you know what I mean, when you already have a vibe, and you understand how to take yourself out of it and figure out where you two can meet at, then you can do great things together. Right. So that's like a great story. And you only talking about 2 years ago, y'all put out one project, y'all had another project, and y'all got a big show coming up.
Yeah.
So like, speak to that.
Well, yeah, man, that's a perfect segue because Be Safe was basically how we reconnected and got to know each other, musically, and pretty much I would say like as men, we grew up together, and there was a time where I didn't see him for a while.
Yeah, a little divide.
He was in college, and I was.
He needs better.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
he was in college, and I was like, pursuing being a professional musician, like just playing the drums behind artists. And after a while, I had a hunger for more, so I got into production, and I built a studio.
Real quick, when you say playing drums behind artists, becoming a professional musician, what artists are you speaking to?
Oh well, basically, okay, cool. So basically, my first gig was with Kindred Family Soul.
Dope.
You guys familiar?
Yeah,
They had the, you know, big smash hit Far Away.
Of course, of course.
Everybody loves that song, even if you don't know who they are. You know that damn song.
Right, right, right.
You know
How
what I
many
mean?
people
So,
have been brought together and sent away to that record? Like,
probably millions, man.
Man.
We'll never, like, I can't imagine.
That's a good way to put it.
yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
So that was my first gig. Then from that, I started playing with a jazz trombonist named Jeff Bradshaw.
Word.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, but he comes from that same era of the neosoul and you know how that was a whole movement. I was a kid coming up underneath of that. So everything that I'm doing now is kind of like I always call like my work recitals of what the tutelage that I was on.
Absolutely.
A lot of stuff. So we got reconnected. We did Be Safe, and then we dropped an album called Manifest on July 4th. And Philly hip hop since 1987. We did a write up on it.
Salute to them.
Shout out Steve McKee's the executive producer. We got Amir, Jazzy Jeff's son. He's on the album as well. And you know now we're just trying to look to do great things. We're opening up with the Loud City Winery October 10th and 11th.
Independently too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's big.
That's the whole thing.
Listen, don't be shy. Especially on here.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's the
Kick
whole
that.
thing. You know what I'm saying?
Because I think it's special, and like I said, it's organic, it's genuine. You two guys' energy matches each other. I'm around a lot of artists that click up sometimes. I'm around a lot of groups, around a lot of people that have been put together.
Yeah, right.
And you can feel the difference.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you can definitely feel the difference, and it's not even about like I didn't hear y'all music yet.
Right.
We're gonna get into that in a minute.
Right.
You know what I mean? Probably off air. But at the same time, like you can tell by how people support each other's conversation.
Right.
You know what I mean? And how you defer to each other for certain parts of the conversation. And how you know, like, well, this is his strong suit, this is my strong suit, and this is his energy, and this is my energy. And you might know, he ain't gonna talk enough if I don't tell him to go ahead.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But, like,
Facts,
the shit works.
Right, we work like that. We work like that.
Yeah.
But you know what I wanted to ask, the titles kind of intrigued me. So what's the message behind Be Safe? Like, what are maybe some of the titles, or what is that? What was that album about?
Being honest, Be Safe really was like something that was like just inspired by life. It was it came from I was just having a conversation with like one of my homies like one day, you know what I'm saying? We just haven't seen him in a while, just catching up about life and things like that. Like, oh, how you been? How's the fam? Stuff like that. And then, you know, when the conversation was over, it was like, all right, man, be safe. And it was just like lingering with me. I was like, we say it so like casually.
I think we all have dealt with that. Like, yo, why do we keep saying be safe?
Yeah,
Like, that's cool.
yeah.
I think we had this conversation before a long time ago, like years ago. I think we had this conversation.
You feel me? It's like, and then that's the thing. It was like, yo, it was so casual, but it's so sincere at the same time. So I'm like, damn, like, be safe from what? You get what I'm saying?
But living in the city that we live in, I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of like
And a lot of-
exactly.
And a lot of cities have adapted the be safe thing. Philly is a major, that's our whole thing.
Yeah.
But like, be more careful is a thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And especially since that novel came out, which is a great novel.
Yeah.
But like it's because you know when you walk out this door, it's not even about us or being scared of each other. Everything feels like it's against you when you're in a certain environment. So you felt like that was a message that it was important to attack?
Yeah, exactly.
So do you dissect it?
Yeah, exactly. So I started thinking about it. I was like, all right, so there's like the, it's like, be safe from what? And I started thinking about like the obvious, like, be safe from like just somebody just out here probably just like a straight bullet, you know what I'm saying? Like, be safe from prejudice, you know what I'm saying? Then I started thinking about like, be safe like from yourself, you know, like being safe from getting caught up in your ego, be safe from like following lust and stuff like that. Be safe from anything that's throwing you off of your path to where you're supposed to go and we're supposed to get to.
I like it.
You get what I'm
I like it a
saying?
lot.
I love
You
it.
feel me? So then I just really sat with it, and then I basically broke it down to certain things, and we started having conversations with and with every conversation just birthed the production, or from the production just birthed the lyrics, and from there had 10 songs, put them in order, and it was like a short film.
But do you see what I'm saying about the energy and the synergy of the situation?
Yeah.
Because everybody, we now have access to a lot of interviews and podcasts that we wouldn't have before. So we hear a lot of people speak on the creation of what came out 20 years ago, 25 years ago.
Right.
That we looked up to as the end all be all
Right.
what it's supposed to be.
Right.
And when you listen to most of those situations, it was a producer, an artist, maybe a third party, and they sat there and they had conversations.
Right.
And they caught vibes and they made things based on conversations and they didn't force anything.
Exactly.
And then they found a direction within creating a vibe that went along with the conversation. And once you get halfway there, you know what you gotta do to fill it out.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like the fact that you literally said like, well, I had it out there and it lingered with me, and so I had a conversation.
Right.
And then that turned into an album. Like that's something that I would like to congratulate y'all on, because that's awesome. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing that society doesn't give us credit for. That's a hell of an accomplishment.
Right.
Especially because the opposite of what they say we're capable of.
Exactly.
It's the opposite.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But that's dope. So I don't mean to keep stopping.
No. You cool.
I mean, I do that.
You
Anyway.
right on target with
But
us.
there's intricacies in the story that like it's important to note, because a lot of times a lot of people think that it's that simple. Like, no, you can't just be dope and he be dope and then it worked.
Right.
It don't always like.
Hell no.
It can actually clash.
I'm
I love that with passion. You know what
A lot
I
of
mean?
times, super dope people aren't able to meet that medium where you're able to, you know, compromise.
And it's
Yeah.
rare to
Feed
find
off of
two
each
alpha
other.
males that
Yeah.
can coexist.
Right.
At the end of the day, it's about getting out of the way of something big.
And that's what I said
Exactly.
earlier about getting outside of yourself and figuring out what y'all medium is. But that's where those conversations come in.
You
For real.
can do so
Yeah,
much
for sure.
more.
Because
when
he
you
could
come
be in the
together.
zone.
Yeah.
He could be in his, you know what, Zimbabwe reggae song this week.
Yeah.
And y'all can have a conversation and he'd be like, you know what, I need a little bit of jazz this week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not going to take him off his thing,
Yeah.
but it's going, he's going
Add to
to
it,
create
though.
something
Yeah.
that
Add
wasn't
the
thinking
element,
this
that
week.
factor.
Right.
He's ready for it because that's why he built it up. Like, all right,
They
for
added that
instance,
extra dash of dopeness.
I used to go to my producer's house because he lived around the corner like y'all do. First thing in the morning,
Yeah.
roll up.
Right.
I wake him up.
Every time.
Go like eighth in that part, right?
It's protocol.
Start playing shit on the computer and just start playing music while I'm playing games on the computer. And I would play the same vibe, like I would play Currency and Wiz and Smoke Visa all morning. And when I would leave and come back around lunch, he'd be making one of them. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or like any vibe, like
Yeah,
but that's
yeah.
an example, like because in his head he like, you know what, I do need one of them joints. That wasn't, and he woke up to it, so it's ringing.
Yeah.
It's ringing. He been on the phone, off the phone, now he on the phone. Let me get back to this vibe. So like that's the thing that I can relate to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I get so tapped into a task that, you know, I become like psychotic borderline about it. You know, so
So
it's
you need
cool,
to break
like,
too.
yeah. He come around, he be like, yo, check this out, check that, you know, so it's good.
That's
what we
dope.
do.
That's dope. How many tracks is on BC?
10.
10.
You know what's crazy? My fault. I
No,
got
go
a
ahead.
question.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I know I found that a lot of times when people like put together like albums, mixtapes, whatever, they'll probably like go like, yeah, we recorded like a gazillion
Right.
tracks and we picked through. We recorded 10 songs and we put out 10 songs.
So are all 10 separate angles of BC?
Yeah.
All of them address a different angle of it.
Yep.
So 10 is pretty succinct.
Yep. I feel like it has like its highs, lows. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll say this: the thing that I wanted to challenge myself with the most with Be Safe was like actually like connecting with empathy. You know, like I feel like all right. So prior to that, I had made a mixtape on my own. It was called Who the Ball. You know, so like I worked at Apple, and I was like on my gadget wave or whatever. So I was just trying to like figure out something different. So I actually produced this album. It was a mixtape, whatever you want to call it, a project. I produced it on my iPad, you know. And it was just basically like the purpose of the project was basically to see if I can produce with this this one
tool.
device.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So I created the project. It
Mad
was
Libs
cool.
uses an iPad mini.
Yeah, exactly. I peeped him and Freddie Gibbs. They did that joint. Y'all peeped that interview.
You don't even have a cell phone.
Nope.
You just use an iPad mini for everything.
Exactly. That's all
You
you
gotta
need.
email him.
FaceTime, because you gotta think about it, most people have iPhones anyway, so you can still connect them with that device. So it's like, yeah.
You make calls from her.
But you can't call him. But go ahead.
No, you can't.
He's over.
Exactly. No, but so it's like, all right, so the purpose of that project, I just wanted to, I guess, explore sonics. You get what I'm saying? But it was like, it wasn't really me. It wasn't like, it was called Who the Bull, but it really didn't give too much of who I was, my views of how I felt. It was something you could hear, like, oh, you did this, cool, good
job. A lot of
job.
cockiness on it, a lot of arrogance. A lot of bouncing on it.
It had his bounce, had his moments, stuff like that. Yeah, but I don't think I'm that cocky. I do think I'm sure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you get what I'm saying. But I don't think I flexed. Yeah. I don't think I flexed it. Yeah. I don't think it was like me flexing in a manner that make others inferior. But at the same time, I don't think I was really giving myself. It was me just like, oh, this rhymes with this. This sounds good. It was like, all right, good from an architectural point of view of just putting together a body of work.
All right, now I gotta cut you up.
Yeah, go for it.
Both of y'all speak very technically about every aspect of your music.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, from the conception of it, which is like great. It's a beautiful thing. It's great to have a thesis before you write about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, where does the drive come to always try to figure out, like, I think it feels like every project that y'all do, you're trying to figure out something different other than the music.
Yeah.
Right. Where does that come from?
So I'll say this. So during the time of me making that project, and I guess it's going to connect back to how me and him have a synergy. You get what I'm saying? So I just wanted to rap. You know what I'm saying? I went through the periods of life like trying to work with producers, play the little studio time thing, and nobody really cared about what I was doing.
Absolutely.
So it got me to a point I was like, you know what? Am I allowed to curse on here?
Yeah.
I apologize to anybody that this fucks up my brand too. But listen, man, I was like, I'm tired. I'm just tired of like dealing with people and they not really like fucking with me how I really think it could be. You know what I'm saying? So so when I was in the purpose of like making that project, it just me wanted to be like, I could actually make some shit. I don't need to rely on nobody. I got this fucking iPad. I'm about to make some beats, make some songs, make this project. You know what I'm saying? And that was actually the project that got me to open up for Fab the Kiss, because I had presented, it was this thing called, this company called Dope Shows that was fresh at the time, and I basically just DM'd them like, I have this project, I'm trying to open up. They say, you got a manager? I'm like, no, but they like how my thing was, everything looked good. Like, I went to school for branding and marketing, so like, I know how to package things.
See, this is part of it too.
You get what I'm saying? So it was like, all right.
Marketing major, by the way.
Yeah, boom. So I was like, so that's what I said. So when I put together that project, it was just like, let me put together something, package it, and market it. But I didn't really have no feelings. So all right, fast forward to me and him reconnecting. You know what I'm saying? When me and him first reconnected, I was finishing the mixtape Who the Bull or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But then we just decided he was like, yo, we should do something together. You get what I'm saying? And it's like I came past the studio, he just had all these instruments and stuff on it. This is coming from a guy who just like, I'm used to being by myself, working by myself, and I'm like, I just got this iPad, and we worked into this realm, and it's like, wow, it was like, I walked into like Motown or something. It was like, I felt like it was like, this is where we could go. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, all right. So with Be Safe, it was like, all right, if we're gonna do something real, I have to be empathetic. I have to really put myself into it. I can't be afraid to be vulnerable.
And this felt like a place that you could get in your
Exactly. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, cool. So even the recording process, like, that was the first time I actually punched in. Like, I'm the type of person, like, I got to do the whole thing in a tape.
Unless it's more than 16.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? You'd be surprised. It'd be more than 16.
No, I mean, like, once I get around 32 and all that, like, nigga, please.
I'm psychotic.
like, nigga, please.
Yeah, but exactly.
I high and all that shit.
Yeah, granted, I wish I knew that, but I was so used, no one really, I never had nobody in it to really show me like a protocols, procedures, how to really like put together records. So I just knew how to really like, I could rap, remember the verse, and just get this whole thing.
I'll tell you a secret.
Yeah.
There is no one way, bro.
Yeah, I know.
I've seen niggas finish together verses.
Yeah.
And we be sitting out there like, what is this nigga doing? He ain't say nothing.
Yeah.
And then they'll put another layer on it. Then you put it, and then when they play that shit back, you like, oh my god.
Yeah.
That was a fucking puzzle with this nigga's head.
Yeah.
And he had it all figured out. Like, you know what I mean? It's no one way.
Yeah.
So don't resent that. Don't resent not having nobody teach you.
You know, right.
No,
Yeah, exactly. And at this point, it's like, all right, got it. So that's why when we did Be Safe, it happened so real, because like the conversation, like we was both going through shit, and like it was like the project is so beautiful compared to what we was going through. Like I got kicked out of my house. You get what I'm saying? I'm at the job, fuck the job, about to quit my job, and it's like something's got to give. It was like, man, I just gotta let it out.
You know, damn near rock bottom.
Yeah, and then it just like it came out like so cinematic, and it was just
and honest.
Yeah.
So who else's emotions do y'all incorporate for and out of those 10 tracks outside of your own? Because I know even though Be Safe is a thing that we all can understand, when you start looking at the angles of it, how do you attack every angle of it from a personal side or from a bird's eye side? Or like how do you...
From the production aspect, like he said, to speak on what he said, we both were going through things in life that, you know, the best thing to do is, if you're a creative person, is to channel that energy and, you know, just turn a loss into a win, or turn a bad day into a good day, or frown into a smile, or whatever.
I had an ex that used to be like, yo, you alright? When the last time you been in the studio?
Right.
You need to go to the studio.
Right.
For me, it was literally like, you know, I was getting out all my shit through my production. Like, I was, at that time...
So you could just produce pain, and then you could produce joy.
I wanted to do, for lack of better words...
He can. He ain't gonna say it, but he can.
For lack of better words, I wanted to do whatever the fuck I wanted to do.
As you should.
And I was, you know, there's all these distractions and things. It's like, as a producer, it's like, I want to create a sound. I want to do something that's not being done, or I want to do things that people might be scared to touch, or may think can't work.
It's the only way to become a super producer.
Exactly. Right. You know, I used to tell people, I said, no one becomes a legend following the rules.
Ever.
But I used to say that.
That's why college fucks up a lot of creators and great people.
So at that time, I'm dealing with that. It's people. It's people that's like, yo, that can't work. You shouldn't do that. This, that. Why are you mixing that like that? Why is she making this type of records? I'm gonna put all that into Be Safe, and we had a masterpiece.
So let's talk about the genre and the sound and the tone, because you just alluded to that.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
So let's get to it. What's surprising about y'all sound?
It's eclectic.
Talk about it.
It's everything. It's jazz. It's pop. It's rap. It's poetry. It's, you know.
It's the sound of Philly. It's the new sound of Philly. So basically, like, even when we like the initial conversation when we was putting together the project, I was like, bro, I don't want it to sound like anything that's on the radio right now. We're not going for just some popcorn shit. Like, we ain't worried about no Buffalo wings. You about to
and those was the greatest words he could have said to me. Do that shit.
10 tracks. How many beats?
What you mean?
10 beats.
Only 10 beats on the 10 tracks, but how many beats did y'all choose from? Whether the 10 that he came
How about this?
Was it 10 in a row?
Alright, cool. So this, alright, cool. This was the order.
Both 10 for 10?
I'm gonna let my man take it.
I need to know.
Yeah, listen, I'm here. I'm an honest dude.
I'm
you know what I'm
inspired.
saying? I got this yak in me.
I'm inspired.
Shout out SippinWitSammie. You know what I'm saying? We toast a little bit of you. Hear me?
No, you got it.
Alright, here.
Hell yeah.
Go ahead.
Alright.
So
the initial song, the first song we did, Be Safe. So I was like, bro, I wanted to feel like it's wintertime Philly. I just wanted it to feel cold.
Hoodie weather.
Exactly.
Or woolish weather. Which one?
Hoodie. When the breeze hits you, then it's like, oh shit, is it snowing?
Robinson.
Exactly.
I know what you're talking about.
You get what I'm saying?
I've been here a long time.
you get what I'm saying? So like even like. So the initial the track that we started, we had a conversation like how I wanted to feel cold, blah blah. It was basically like a pre-warning, like be safe. So I wanted to feel cold, like it's wary. You get what I'm saying? So the first keys, we sitting here at the conversation. He just alright, bet.
Some Dr. Dre shit or some.
Listen, man.
And I know you got your own sound.
Nah,
but I'm talking about the key build.
I'm gonna 100%. I'm gonna 100% agree with you on that. Dr. Dre is one of my influences. So hell.
When he says entering the window with a build of keys, that's where it takes me to.
Exactly. And the key.
One of my favorite producers.
Go for it.
Yeah.
No, you got
nothing wrong with that, bro.
I just gotta let y'all know.
Kobe looked up the mic.
This was the moment. This is where I knew where we were at. Cause granted, this was like I said, we had reconnected like months before this at Urban Branch, whatever. But we had really made music. I came past the studio, heard what's going on, and heard the songs. I'm like, all right, cool, bet. So we had this conversation. So I'm like, granted, in the back of my head, I'm like, all right, cool. This is Mario, who I used to walk to our middle school with, who had the drums. You know what I'm saying? So
you knew the percussion.
Yeah, exactly. And that's all I really expected. You get what I'm saying?
But he's grown. Professional.
I got you. So listen. So one, him playing the keys was already like, oh, okay, all right. It was already like a plus boom to something I wasn't expecting. You know what I'm saying? So he started adding it, then the hi-hat, he started adding the drums. I'm like, I knew that was coming. You know what I'm saying? So the melody is forming. Then I'm sitting on the futon, you know what I'm saying? Then he was like, excuse me, bro. He reaches under the futon and he just pulls out a case and he opens it up. It's a trumpet. And I'm like, all right, so somebody about to come through. Like, I'm looking like at the door, you know what I'm saying? Then he just hop in the booth. I'm like, bro, when the fuck you start playing the trumpet? You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, we got the fucking Avatar with us. I'm like, this man. I'm like, you feel me? I'm like, it ain't no element. We want percussion, woodwind, strings. We got them. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, all right, cool. So, got that. Send me the beat. We built the beat. Sent me the beat. Then I played with it for like a day. Then the hook came to me. It's like, the evils are after me. Like, I have it on the side of my head. It was like, the evils are after me. You know what I mean? I'm just here trying to keep my cool. Temptations attached to me. I don't know what they mean to you. I'm like, I'm looking to my side. I'm by myself. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Then I'm like, all right.
This nigga start looking around.
I'm like, oh, hold up. You feel
Like, that was
me?
ill, right?
You feel me?
Yeah,
You feel me? But at the same time, it was like really how I felt. Because I felt like it was so much going on. I'm like, so much like just pressure me. Like, and it's like what is
Like you said, you was in that space in life for real.
Yeah, you get it.
It was genuine.
Exactly. So I'm like, and I'll say this, Jay-Z, Reason Without, my favorite album of all time. You get what I'm saying?
It made me think about that when I said the evils. The way you spelled
Exactly. So it was like, and I could say this. So around the time we was working on the album, Jay-Z dropped 444. So it was just, and it was like the vibe of that joint was just like, he was just spitting, you know what I'm saying? I think he killed the production. It was just like, all right, bet, this is just some ill, thorough shit. Like, you gotta really like.
You know what I think people
what you
miss
want.
from Jay-Z?
What?
A long time ago, he told Chris, and just rap all over that shit.
Yeah.
And after that, he just started rapping all over stuff. He started pausing when he felt like it.
Right.
He started doing different runs when he felt like it. And he started getting no ID production, which allows for that.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I think that like a lot of like different shit that I rap over, that's the first thing in my head, like just rap all over this shit. Like the intro to my album, I was like, this beat is a movie, but I'm rapping straight through the beat.
Real rap.
You know what I mean? I'm going up, down, through the middle, and by the end of this shit, they're gonna be like, damn, it wasn't even no fucking hook. Like, I don't even want them to think about it. You know what I mean? And I think that's where Hobbs started taking it.
Yep.
Not to take it away from y'all.
Yeah,
but it's probably something that you realize with his delivery.
It's unorthodox.
From Watch the Throne and all type of shit. He just jumps in and out where he feels like. For Show Me What You Got.
That's both of our favorite rappers, actually, because like he raps like
that's my guy.
He raps like a musician.
I think he's unanimous.
Real shit.
That's my guy.
Exactly. Even going to those later albums, granted, Reason Without Hope, he didn't really know structure. You know, he even admitted he was just like rapping. You get what I'm saying? So that's why it was like, when he did 444, it gave me like
beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it gave me like resemblance of that era. So I'm like, oh, this isn't dead. So this is my time to just like do this shit.
I like
you
it.
know what I'm saying? That's why I was like, I don't care about the radio. We're gonna have some dope ass instrumentation. I'm not gonna waste the bar. I'm not gonna fake cadences. I'm gonna really do this shit.
And you opening for Blue Island?
October 10th and October 11th.
So it
That's my birthday.
So it works.
Serious.
Okay, for sure.
All right,
So
And I'm gonna tell you, I'm
It's on wax, bro.
yeah.
gotta show up.
That's what I'm saying.
No, it's on wax. And Lord willing, we'll be able to bring the cameras through and show y'all some photos and get some shit backstage.
Please, for
But
sure.
like,
for
yo,
sure.
y'all story, it is crazy because I just wanted to chop it with y'all, and we can talk about music all day. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
But y'all story is so fucking intriguing to me.
It is.
Yeah.
Because
We
like,
get to have this
I'm
on
so
our-
intertwined in the same world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe not in the same ways, but in a lot of the same ways. You see what I'm saying? As far as wanting to be different, wanting to have my own sound, wanting to make sure that everything that I got, I deserved, and I did it the best way possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And with people that genuinely respected my direction.
Right.
you know what I mean? That's why this podcast works so well. We ain't known each other forever, but we can sit down and chop it up.
Yeah.
Basketball court, barbershop, bar,
Right.
church, wherever.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So why can't we do it on the tizzle at the same time?
Right.
But like, it's funny because
It's perfect.
listening to y'all, and the main thing that keeps ringing out is 2 years. It's been 2 years. It's been 2 years, and it's just
The
like
output.
it's like, and then the underlayer is independence.
Right. Well, yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I love that so
Yeah.
much,
Yeah.
so
For
much.
me, another underlayer is, you know, I talk about this with almost every interview is about relationships. So you guys just bring back up, but because you guys had a relationship from way back when you know each other's person, you know who each other are. You knew he was the dude with the drumsticks, like you said, you was expecting that.
Yeah.
Then he came out of the cut like, ow.
Yeah, I got more ammo.
But for me, if there's anything I do is important about the relationships that you make, you also have to nurture them as well,
Yeah.
right, and cultivate them. So I think that was the big part.
Give them the back. So look, like I was saying, so I tell them a little bit about what your platform is and what you do for the people.
Right, so I have On the Scene magazine. On the Scene magazine is a positive platform visual magazine. It's a lifestyle magazine, and we cover business, finance, music, sports, fashion, education, but everything's from a positive perspective. So your story is like, not only is it positive, but it's encouraging, it's motivating, it's inspiring. I love the independency. I love the relationship that you cultivated, as I just mentioned.
The Be Safe campaign is
The Be Safe,
necessary.
I mean,
for
I can
sure.
relate to it for so many different ways. I like that you have 10 different facets or ways that you approach it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that's dope. So I definitely, I mean, it is, because I was just sitting here just
That was so hip hop.
relishing in it. I just been relishing in it, just thinking of so many ways that you can take the message to Be Safe, which is why I even asked you, to explain them more, because it's so intriguing, because I lost a lot of people, so Be Safe to me, I say it all the time.
Right, exactly. It's real.
I
And
told
when I
you I'm
said
going through something right now.
Yeah.
And I
I'm
said
still
it-
trying to figure something out.
I said it to somebody that wasn't necessarily like from the streets, and I felt uncomfortable
Right.
because I didn't realize. I was like, oh, do they even appreciate that? Did I offend them by saying that?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because some people just don't get it.
Get it right.
So yeah, so yeah, I'm connected. I for sure
Yeah.
connect with Be Safe. So
No, but I thought it was an important time to say that, because I tell Tom all the time, I always want her to make sure that she represents her platform on this platform, because I ride on both sides. I work for her too. You know what I mean? Like I'm one of her main go-tos for some certain things she got to do on her side, because she deserves it.
Yeah.
The grind of trying to find somebody that actually cares about your money. I mean, your music instead of your $35 an hour, $42,
Exactly.
Because it's everywhere.
Yeah.
And you still get the same treatment.
Yeah, exactly.
You might even get the same quality.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
it's ridiculous. And then to you being able to reconnect with somebody, and that's what's interesting too. And it's crazy because I wanted to interrupt you about 25 times.
Yeah, go for it. Anytime.
What was your relationship like when y'all did know each other in middle school?
We was mans.
The same
Y'all
way.
was
I was
close.
the goofy
together and
nigga.
everything.
So y'all was close then.
Yeah.
Like y'all fucked with each other.
Yeah.
All right, so that's.
And that's the thing. So we already knew each other's, like, I guess you could say.
Because I know when you be around each other, niggas always know each
so
other.
I'ma give
And
you-
might
I'ma
even
give-
fuck
I'ma-
with each
yeah,
other.
love-
but
yeah,
I ain't
love
know
you.
I'm gonna
With
give
the
you a
love
little
of it.
background. So outside of always playing the drums and stuff, like I used to do Michael Jackson impersonations as a young boy, the talent shows in high school.
Mhm.
So that was a thing.
So you can dance too?
Yeah, I mean,
You play 8
I'm not gonna say I
instruments.
can't.
You dance.
That's what I'm saying. He
You
was
sing too?
He was the musical nigga
Bro, I got
for the
voice.
for the whole neighborhood.
Oh. Oh man.
Listen, man,
I gotta get you around me more often.
Yeah.
we gonna talk. But you
No,
know,
that's great, though.
yeah, it's real.
I'm not joking. Like this shit is like it gets
Listen,
better every fucking 3 minutes.
Right.
That's why I called her, man.
I told you.
Come on.
Right.
Nah, she said on some real shit. Kay said I would fuck with you.
She did.
You know what I mean? Kay was like, yo,
Also-
the music is dope.
She
The
did.
personalities is right.
We met for like
We
an
met-
hour tops.
Yeah,
That's it.
We met at another artist, you know,
It's like
Verbosity.
the best
I know
surprise.
that.
I produced their single that video.
Told me.
I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
so
Told me.
that's how we met.
That's what she told me.
Yeah,
And
And
she
I
was
was
like,
like,
yeah,
she
she
was like,
definitely was saying that y'all was
cool
doing
as shit.
the best things this year, like
Shit.
no, we got a group text, man. She gave it up to y'all.
Hey,
So
right.
like you know what I mean? At that
I'm
point,
just
you
happy
deal
to
with
be
me.
here with
I
y'all.
respect her ear, like I respect her ear.
Talent
And
scout.
talking to y'all, like I gotta respect y'all ear.
So when we
I
got
do
to middle
bookings.
We
school,
appreciate
Yeah, I love
it.
it. I love the story. The story is like
We can rap all day.
I know,
I don't
right?
even know. I'm like,
Listen, man.
this could be a two-part.
Keep talking. Keep talking.
When we got to middle school though, that's when like cats became really tight. We had other homies that we used to, be with every day. They was a part of our crew, and we all looked out for each other. You know what I mean? So in high school, everybody kind of just did their own thing, and
So y'all are
It just
protected
picked up.
by nature.
Yeah.
But hold up, whose story do they sound like though?
I'll let you tell.
Sound like our story, like literally.
I
Like
feel
we
like
went
that's the
to.
third
I
time
was-
you said that, but go ahead.
No, because it really does.
I was
even
so
the fact
worried.
that-
I was like, I hope it's like a hip-hop thing that I'm supposed to
No, I know it's like on some real shit. That's funny about it. Like she's a clone.
Yeah.
Like Soph is a grown ass woman
I
with a
could tell.
family now.
That's why I was like, oh.
But like she done been through probably as much crazy shit as anybody in this room, and she done been around as
That's why
much
she
positive
here.
shit as anybody in this room, and she done probably broke up more businesses and taught more people anything than anybody besides probably Cat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
On some real
Yeah,
shit.
no, yeah.
So like I've been around South since I was probably 5-6 years old.
Yeah.
I've seen her from a baby, literally,
Yeah.
to turning into a beautiful young lady,
Yeah.
to running around the streets like we all did while working 3 jobs and going to school and all this crazy shit.
I had a corporate job, a bartending job, street job. Look,
Yeah,
I was
feel
doing
you.
it
I
all.
feel you. Listen, you
Get caught in a crazy bear trap.
I just
that
ain't get
most
to that
niggas
segment,
wouldn't
so I
wiggle
ain't
out.
express it, but I get it.
I
You know what I
got
mean?
5 sisters, bro.
And stand tall through that.
Yeah.
So it's like when it comes to South, like South could be going anywhere with her references when she's talking to me, because she know how much shit I know. But when it comes to our relationship, that's what it is. It's like we was together 6 to 13, 14.
Right.
Then we went to separate high schools, separate colleges. I came back home. She was around the way. We wound up smoking together all the time, chopping it the fuck up, and just always calling each other in the morning and just talking shit. And she had plans, and I had plans, and I was making moves, and this is when I say like I was aiming on, and I was managing people and doing stuff like that. And when it came time to do business, I'm like, well, I need to call Sammie. We need we need letterhead. Back then, you need a letterhead on shit. We didn't have a logo. She made logo, letterhead. She had us with the #1 music entertainment attorney in the city. You know what I mean? And he dancing around, the little Jewish guy dancing around the office with top some my young boy shit. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm at one of the biggest boardroom tables I've ever seen in my life, even on TV type shit.
Right.
And we on speakerphone with producers from this label and that label talking about how they fucking up. And I'm just sitting there like, calling South is the difference between beating the pavement and, you know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of niggas out here, y'all can relate to this. It's a lot of business you can do once you get certain leverage. But until you get that leverage, niggas don't want to talk about it.
Facts.
I come in here looking like that, they don't want to talk to me. I sent her in without the braids. In the suit.
Oh, I didn't fuck it up with the braids too. Don't get it.
No, you
fucked
good,
up.
because you know, they think you both dirty. But
Right, they do.
fucking like
Right.
They call me
That's
warrior
the word
princess.
choice.
I was in Iceland and it was
But
called
in
the
the
warrior
suit, though?
princess. I was
Yeah.
like,
turns
okay.
them out, bro. And it's crazy because all it is you gotta do the same shit that them they do to you. You know what I mean? They send their people in for you. I send my people in for you too. But ever since then, and this is over 15 years ago, whenever I ran into a situation or somebody that had a situation or something, I found a way that if she could help, she needed to be in the room.
Definitely did.
You know what I mean? Because it's not like I owe her anything. She earns everything she fucking gets and gets smacked upside the head like the rest of us and keep running through fucking barriers. You know what I mean? Like, that's gangster in my eyes. So, like, when it comes down to it, a lot of things about y'all story as far as, like, how y'all were together, then y'all separated, then y'all came back together, had similarity to our story.
You know,
Make it
straight
make
up
sense.
You know what I mean?
creating like,
But, like,
some dope shit. Like,
We've actually had to
Relate.
run into each other recently in 3 different worlds
right.
and figure them all out simultaneously.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's where the longevity comes in. That's where it's like, I could happily say, if she need me, I work for her. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's
I'm
real.
proud to say
Appreciate
it.
you.
Realness.
Like, I work for her. Like, and with this, we're partners. This is my platform,
Yeah.
but I brought her in because
Yeah.
I need her perspective
Yeah.
on a lot of this shit. She brings the energy that I could never bring. But at the same time, on her shit, I work for her.
Yeah.
It's a little different. That's not my world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm good with words. I know how to write. I know a lot of the people, but the structure and all that is her.
Yeah.
So that's different.
Yeah.
So it's like I said, it's about taking yourself out and
Yeah.
figuring out where you meet together.
Yeah.
I was relating to that too. That's what I was saying. Their whole relationship, like, it just corresponds to how, you know, like how our friendship is. Because, like, it's just so relatable. Like, we compromise, you know. He might cuss me out sometimes. He never cuss me out, but he'll tell me to get my shit right, you know. Like, he'll check me, I'll check him, you know what I mean? Like, when I'm vulnerable, I come to him and be like, yo, what should I do? Like, we had them conversations.
And I told him I'll be a nut.
Yeah, we do that too.
Exact
I'll
words.
be a nut.
And then I'll be like, yo, yo.
Hey.
And
No,
I piss
but
him
like,
off.
and it's funny because we can get back into the music in a minute. But
No, it's cool.
just relationship
Bro,
wise,
We humans
something
first.
that me, him, and her, y'all could look it up on YouTube. We had an episode, probably 2 episodes. But we were just talking about the fact that what we respect about each other is the honesty. Is the fact that you know a nigga might have to come at your motherfucking neck, but you know where it comes from.
Yeah.
And even if you need 2 weeks to hold that,
Yeah.
you coming back, man.
Right,
like we
right.
good.
Right.
But at the same time, you might gotta analyze that. Like it might be a lot for you, but I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Ever.
That's the thing.
I can't play with you just to make you feel better. Like
100%.
we gotta go somewhere.
We
Yo.
both done been around mugs that do that.
Yeah.
They play them games.
You
Yeah.
know what that look like now.
I didn't have him apologize for shit. Some shit. I'm like, what you talking about? Oh, okay. Right. I
No,
wasn't
real
carrying
shit.
that.
Like he wasn't even worried about it, but at the same time, that I'm gonna tell you the truth, I still respect the outcome of your feelings.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna motherfucking change my position if I'm right.
Yeah.
The way I delivered it might be a little hard.
Right,
Yeah,
for sure.
right.
You know what I mean? Because
I
I
live
ain't
by
perfect and I
Yeah.
sip a lot.
Yeah.
So
Facts.
sometimes we be in the moods.
I
But
live by
like
that.
outside of that, when you really think about it, like I say, take your week, take your
Yeah.
5 days or 2
Yeah.
weeks, whatever. When it
It's
comes
gotta be-
down to it, it's like, you know what? It was my best interest.
And that's
Right.
and that's the key. Like honesty is like everything. And like not to like keep like I guess revert back to it, but
Nah,
like
go to it.
the reason like be safe. Like it was cool. Like I don't say it was cool like the downplay. I'm just saying, but it was cool for like good music. But as far as what it did for me as a person, and like it helped me like to unlock another like level of honesty. You get what I'm saying? That's what I was.
So is the
getting.
next project more honest?
Yeah, for Sure. sure. Yeah,
I think the title manifesting
Exactly.
itself kind of
Exactly.
like,
Yeah.
kind of like, it's kind of like
Yeah.
embodied with honesty.
Yeah.
But I think
live
that's
by
what
it.
people
Right.
don't realize about music as an art form. Because we don't get the it's an art look
Yeah.
unless we say it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But
I
like,
live by it. You
I
know.
always congratulate people that work hard on putting out projects
Mhm.
because I know what it takes to create something that's
Yeah.
succinct
Yeah.
and that you think that people will still be able to get
Yeah.
because that's part of it too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like this
Like he
certain
said when he
records-
had came with the
like-
hook, like,
part of the
You're
problem,
right.
I ain't gonna lie. Part of Pac's
that's what I
problem
was thinking.
was
Like,
that he put out everything.
Right.
If Pac didn't put out everything he felt, then he would have a more succinct body of work.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Pac is Pac because we got all his feelings out of it.
Exactly.
So there's a weird balance that an artist has to look towards when they
Yo,
when
nobody
they
ever
represent
gave me
themselves
that
to the
point of
masses.
view until just now.
yo, I felt so much.
No, it's a fact.
It is though.
You know how
I'm
niggas
like-
say, you know, artists make songs for themselves.
Yeah.
Pac never did that.
And,
Right.
and
He
that's
never did that.
and that's the
If he
primary
felt it,
reason
let it
why
go.
I'm not
He act like
trying
he had
to
the
sign.
internet back then, bro.
Yeah.
Right,
Pac used to
right.
let shit go. Like Pac used to put out 3 mixtapes dissing
I'm
Wendy
about to say,
Williams in
Pac
2
was-
weeks.
Yo, a lot of artists
You
got a
would
lot
have
of
thought he
music.
had SoundCloud.
But yo, Pac, I got all 9 volumes of Machiavelli. How the fuck do you have 9 volumes of Machiavelli and stuff?
3 of
Like,
those
what?
is about Wendy Williams.
Like,
2 of them about Prodigy. I'm telling you, I had them.
I got them still to this day.
They
yo.
got that.
1 through 9. I got
You
the
talking
six. I still got the
shit.
CDs.
You want to talk hip
I
hop,
still got them.
nigga? I used to
Yo,
love
can I
when
just say,
my
shout out to my graphic designer, Documentals, because he the
Oh.
one that gave that shit to me like way back when. And that's the graphic designer for On the Scene magazine. So I just want to
Alright.
say shout out to Documentals.
I'm about to
for
say,
that.
who he
Nah.
representing? Because I got an invoice.
No, On the Scene magazine. He the first one I hired for the New Observer newspaper. And he been rocking. That's my bro. So he been rocking.
No,
So,
that's cool. I fucks with it.
and that's the reason I got all 9 volumes. I just had to shout him out.
45.
Alright, we good. But no, like, that shit crazy because, like, that's kind of what it is. It's like, you got to give the people you and accept what comes back from it. But the outlook of, I learned so much about me. And this was bigger than just putting a project out. This was my progression in the project. It's more of like, and mind you, I don't have that many projects out. I got an EP and an album. That's it. But from my album, from my EP to my album, that's how I felt. It was like, yeah, this is another, I'm turning another corner
Right.
in my progression. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And no matter what
happens, I know I put out something solid, and the next one's gonna be better. But I don't think we get that leeway a lot of the time.
Right.
But I do think that your audience likes to grow with it.
Yeah.
So that's another weird balance, because then you can't wait for perfection just to put something out.
I have a saying that says, every record is practice for the next one.
I got a good segue.
I like it. I might borrow it.
it.
I like it. I like it. What'd you say?
No, I was gonna say like, as far as I know we're like I guess closing.
No,
on
you
time,
good.
No,
but,
we
but
good.
to
You
bring,
good.
Talk.
I was about to say, but I was gonna say,
You
but
just tell me where we at.
but to bring it together, like as far as like practice for the next one, and just to put it, I guess, in grand scope of how we just like try to operate as an entirety, as like EMC and like city. You know what I'm saying? Record label that my man Mario had planned. You know what I'm saying? And that actually
Say the name slower.
Eclectic Magic City. You know. But it's,
I just want them to be cool.
yeah, I know it's cool. It's funny. I almost had a scatterbrain moment.
And that's the project I heard, right?
But I'm not even going to do it for right now. But what I'm going to say is, all right. So Be Safe, I guess you could say, was like it gave room for Manifest.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Which is like the project that me and Mario did together, which is actually like Mario's, I guess, first introductory project as him as an artist. Just him, like he's done his features. You know what I'm saying? I know he's done some verses with Jakia. Shout out Jakia.
I love her.
I produced her album this week.
Yo, she
Dope.
is. She
Dope.
can sing.
And I
Yeah.
co-wrote a few
That
of the
girl?
songs too.
Yeah.
Did you?
She's
Congratulations.
dope.
She's,
I
the funny thing
really
is,
like her.
she's actually featured on she's actually featured on Manifest. You know, she'll be on the liner like notes of
Right.
like the physical
You're gonna
stuff.
be sure that shit.
It might not be online, but she's definitely was important
I've
part
seen
of
her
the
live.
project.
She is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So we have a song called Too Cool that she's on, but basically with Manifest,
I know she killed it.
me and Mario, we decided what really brought it together. We went to the Roots picnic. You know, Roots picnic, was at the Main this year, which
Yeah,
is right around the
right.
corner. Like we actually walked home from there.
I was about to say you can walk there.
Yeah, it was like
Right.
a neighborhood thing. We used to always talk like we should do an album together, but it wasn't like really like a plan to really execute it.
Mhm.
And we went there and we seen it was like, bro, that's
Why
us.
not, like-
You get what I'm saying? Like let's just do it. So it's like, and but prior to that, I pitched the idea of like Manifest, and Mario like basically was like, yeah, that's it, because it was like we both agreed that we're really manifesting everything that we like want. Right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You
It's
get what
important
I'm-
to.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
It's
the
like,
stage you're in right now.
we're speaking on
Yeah.
things, and it's like, all right, we're going to do this, and we're going to do, and it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we had a couple records that we've already like done. Like we had some, we work on music, and it's just some stuff just be like sitting. You get what I'm saying? Not even like work on it towards a project, but we're, like I said,
Getting it up.
we're neighborhood. We know each other. We're always around. There might be times
Getting
like
creative, getting
he
it
might
up.
just cook up an idea. I might have an idea for a verse, or he might have an idea for a hook. And be like, Hobbs, I'm about to bounce it down. I want you to add something to it. Like we just work like that. But it's like we had like a few records, and even like aside from that, I thought in the period of time I was gonna like work on like I guess album number 2 after Be Safe. But I guess as time would show, the next project for us to do was something we had to collect together.
Sure.
You get what I'm saying? So we
It was
did
time.
Right,
we did
right.
Manifest. You know what I'm saying? It was a good project. We just wanted to give them good summertime feels that that Fresh Prince, Jazzy Jeff did. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
'Cause,
So is that where the eclectic part comes in it?
Mario
Well,
gave me that.
the eclectic part comes in because of all of my influences musically. I listen to everything.
Because I'm hearing like,
how I am.
what is
And
it?
I-
Say
and I-
Afro beats is included, like
Yeah.
in a way that
I guess
that's not being used now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it
Jazz is probably like a real core
I said jazz earlier.
Jazz,
Yeah.
old school hip hop.
jazz, old school hip hop, R&B, and like heavy electronics.
A lot of
And
electronics.
it's fusing the two.
New Jack.
You know
Are
what
y'all
I'm
aware
saying?
of Bach? Y'all know Bach Nero?
Yeah. I've actually heard of him. I can't say I have a rapport with him, but I do know who he is. Yeah. Like,
You
I'm-
think
I'm-
Bach, I was thinking with Sebastian Bach.
I was thinking about the
classical
school,
music. And I
right.
know
Yeah,
that's where
that's
you
why
was
I
at.
paused and
And I
I
know
was
that's where you was
Alright,
at.
well, Bach
Like,
Nero.
yeah,
I know that's
no,
where you was at.
I can say this, and this
People in West Philly got the hood EDM.
Okay.
yeah, that's what I'm about to say. I don't know too much about it, but
I heard him
I
too.
was
but I knew
familiar.
where you was at. I
Like I
seen the
told you,
pause.
I'm a
I knew
marketing
where you
guy,
was
so
at.
I'm familiar with his brand that he does.
Steve Aoki.
Steve Aoki. He has like the
Yep,
anime
yep,
thing
yep,
going on.
yeah,
Yeah.
He got the blue hair.
Shout out Bogner, I don't know you, but it's a shout out.
No,
Yeah.
he's a dope dude.
Yeah.
But I think like for y'all to be in West Philly playing with electronic, you know what I mean? I'm I like natural, but go ahead.
Yeah, but it, you know, most of it stems from me being a musician and just my love for the music. Like my whole mission as a producer is to make sure that live music, I want to do whatever the hell I can to keep the shit alive.
So do you see all the technology as a threat to live music, or do you
Not
see
at all. Not at all.
Because we incorporate.
Because it is about the musicians.
I never see anything as a threat because I just learned how to exist in the ecosystem.
Well, I don't think. I think if you could play anything live, you'll always be there.
Right.
Sure.
So it's like I just be like, all right, this is what's going on right now. How do I put me in that? Yeah. That's how I think of it.
That's
Yeah, you just got to dissect the anatomy of it, and once you figure that out, you know what part to fucking wear.
I like it.
If that makes sense.
Like, I mean, shit. You motherfuckers ain't said nothing that was 70% right. Y'all been like 50%. So like, I really, you know, I'm excited about you guys' future, as I said before, because if you can always get on the same level with this amount of resources, mentally, then you don't have any limits.
And also, it's really like understanding that like we're just vessels, bro.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? That's really like the understanding. Like once you like really look at it from a point of view, like we could be here, but like our shit high. You know what I'm saying? Like based off like the things y'all said, like people would take that like as opportunities to feed their egos and stuff like that. But we just like we understand that it's like we appreciate that y'all recognize the work that we're putting in, the duty that we're trying to put in. You get what I'm saying? And it's like because of that, it's like we're just gonna continue to like go forward and just try to like spread what we're doing. Like when I say the new sound of Philly, it's like because we're really trying to pay ode and like homage to the sound of Philly, which is like, you know, the Gamble Hub things that we were speaking about earlier and stuff like
Dre
that.
Vidal, Steve McKee. Like
Shout out
Steve
to my
McKee's
young
my
boy,
mentor.
shit, who I was about to say? No. Eli Capella.
Oh, shit, for sure.
Motherfucking Mad Squabbles.
I heard of Mass Squad was before.
Soraya Nicole.
I was saying Soraya.
I know
I'm saying
her.
Soraya.
Christine. Salute to them, because I feel like it's funny that there's like, it felt like we came into a point where we came into an era of kids, I guess you would say, that didn't care about the original.
Right.
But I'm
But
running into
Eli?
people that are
Eli?
Yeah.
Capella, when he does his
it's
performance.
still here.
Eventually,
Yeah, I
we
see
had
his
to
name
go
before.
back.
Yo,
It got to. It's us. Like we took over soul.
And
They
that's the
made a
thing.
whole nother soul genre just for us. Like we were born in that.
And the oxymoron when we say the new sound of Philly, it's like we're not really trying to do anything. Like we trying to like, I guess, modernize what's been
Because he
happening.
the
But
new sound. You said it's a new sound. I'm not trying to direct that.
Yeah,
I'm just doing what
you know
I do.
I'm
When I
saying?
put my
But
spin on
we want people to understand that we learned from that.
Right,
We just want
exactly.
that.
Paying
Yeah,
homage,
that-
as you said. You're
exactly.
paying homage. That's
Yeah.
what you said.
I'd be remiss if I don't say this right here. One of the key things that some of the OGs told me in the city, they were like, when neosoul was born, it didn't happen because like we knew something was doing. We just was doing what the fuck we wanted to do and was reaching.
Sure.
That's the point that I always make.
And I alluded to that earlier.
Because
And that's
neo
not
soul,
with your music. That's not with your music.
No
as much
different
as
than rock and roll.
I feel that.
neo soul isn't really a thing.
Right.
It's just soul.
Yeah.
It just got
a
dominated
different
by a
type.
certain region.
It just got
Right.
That
rebranded.
it's like
But you
hustle
gotta, it's a
music
different
becoming
type though.
trap
It's
music.
but you know what?
It's
For
like
me,
it's still the same thing. It's just
but for me,
one
hold up.
region.
Right, but hold up. For me,
Feed it to death.
You know we know, bro.
But listen,
No.
for me, I feel like neo soul got a certain stamp on it for it to be that neo soul.
Because it's
like,
a swing to it,
that
but at
wrong?
the same time, it's soul. It's progression.
soul.
It's the progression of soul.
and that's why it's neo.
I
And
know
that's
what I
why I
mean.
mean it's self-explanatory.
So that's why when they say the new sound of Philly, it's not a disrespect to any of that, because ultimately,
My bad.
no, go ahead. Time out.
Yeah, bro.